So, welcome to this video on Earth's atmosphere. So what is the atmosphere? An atmosphere is the gases that surround the thing, that's usually a planet. The gases won't fly away because of the thing's gravity. In particular, we'll be talking about Earth's atmosphere. Earth has an atmosphere, obviously, and you are most likely in it right now unless you're in outer space. We call it air. Earth's atmosphere is very important because the atmosphere is big, it's very heavy, and that exerts pressure on everything, and that makes liquid water possible. Although the greenhouse effect makes Earth warm, the atmosphere also absorbs harmful UV rays from the sun. Beyond the atmosphere is outer space. 100 kilometers above Earth's surface is often defined as the boundary between the atmosphere and outer space. The boundary really isn't clear. If you go up 100 kilometers, the air there will be very thin, like outer space thin, as 75% of all the air is below 11 kilometers above Earth's surface. In general, when you go up, the density of air, as well as the air pressure, will go down. That's a picture of the composition of Earth's atmosphere, though. Most of it is nitrogen, and some of it is oxygen, and the rest are like very small amounts. All of this is just dry air, so it's not counting water vapor. The atmosphere's layers. The atmosphere can be separated into layers. There are 5 main ones. They're from the closest to the surface to the highest from the surface, the Earth's surface. So there are the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and the exosphere. So this is a picture. So yeah, the troposphere is like really small, looks like. The troposphere. The troposphere is the lowest layer and is the one we spend our time in. It extends from the surface to about 12 kilometers above the surface, and it varies a bit. Despite being the layer that is the least tall, about 80% of the atmosphere is in this layer, and pretty much all the water vapor is in this layer. Because of all the water vapor, pretty much all the weather happens in this layer. It has almost all the clouds. Airplanes are in this layer. The stratosphere is the second lowest layer of the atmosphere. It goes from about 12 to 50 kilometers above the surface. The pressure here is only 1/1000th the pressure at sea level, so like air pressure. The stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which absorbs most of the sun's harmful UV rays. There's almost no weather here. The mesosphere is above the stratosphere and extends from roughly 50 to 80 kilometers above the surface. This is the middle layer of the atmosphere. Most meteors burn up here, producing shooting stars. This layer cannot be reached by jets or balloons. The thermosphere is the second highest layer of the atmosphere. It extends from about 500 to 1,000 kilometers above the surface. There's almost no air in this layer. In fact, there's so little air in this layer that temperature, which is usually defined as moving air particles, doesn't really make sense anymore. Auroras occur here, and the International Space Station orbits here. The exosphere is the highest layer of the atmosphere and goes from about 700 to 10,000 kilometers above the surface. It consists of very small amounts of helium and hydrogen, and more towards the bottom of the exosphere there are some heavier gases such as nitrogen and oxygen, and that's all. Bye.